Keep your spine straight, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Oh. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samastha Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Yuvantah pravishya mama vacham prasuptam sanjeevayatyakhila shakti dharasvadhamna anyanscha hasta charana shravanatvagadim pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणं कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे पृथासुतं सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः रमापतिपदां भोज परिस्फुरति मानसं सेनापतिमहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरं प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासंबरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमः निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातरः जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिलं श्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतान्तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये यस्य भगवताख्या सर्वेषां भक्तिदानृणां स एव करुणा सिन्धुः बोधितात्मा गुरुर्मम। तस्मै श्री वासुदेवाय धरणी सुररूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय तुभ्यं श्री गुरवे नमः। शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधारिणे गुरुरूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय वासुदेवाय ते नमः। संसार सागरे मग्नं दीनं मां करुणानिधे कर्मग्राह गृहीतांगं मामुद्धर भवार्णवात्। श्रीमद्भागवताख्योऽयं प्रत्यक्षः कृष्ण एव हि स्वीकृतोऽसि मया नाथ मुक्त्यर्थं भवसागरे मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वथा त्वया निर्विघ्नेनैव कर्तव्यः दासोऽहं तव केशव। शुकरूप प्रबोधज्ञ सर्वशास्त्र विशारद एतत् कथा प्राकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशय। पीताम्बरं करविराजित चक्रशङ्खं कौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायमतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेश मनिषं हृदि भावयामि। वातालयेश मनिषं हृदि भावयामि। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद्भागवत महात्म्यम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः। सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। सूत उवाच के विशुभ्यन्ति वदन्तु मह्यं सप्ताहयज्ञेन कथामयेन कृपालुभिर्लोकहितं विचार्य प्रकाशितः कोऽपि नवीनमार्गः। Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Bhagwat session. We have seen up till here that the question is asked, Ke Vishuddhyanti? Who all are going to get purified by just listening to Saptaha, means Bhagavata, in 1 week? And now Kumaras, they are going to answer that question. Okay, so we are in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Mahatmya. Today we are going to see the 11th verse. I have one thing to share. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, Varshaji.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so Sharanya, we'll start with you.
Yeah, auntie.
Okay. Kumara uchuhu.
Kumara uchuhu.
Okay,
Kumara
repeat.
uchuhu.
Ye manavah papakೃತಸ್ತು sarvada.
Emanah
Manavah papa.
Emanavah pakrutasya sarvada.
Papakೃತಸ್ತು.
Emanavas papakrutastu sarvada.
Ye manavah मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा
ये मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा ये
स
मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा
सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
सदा दुरार सदा दुराचाररा Auntie, could you repeat the
सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः
क्रोधा क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः क्रोधा क्रोधाग्निदग् क्रोधाग्निध
द
क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलश्च कामिनः
सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
सप्ताहय सप्ताह सप्ताहयज्ञकलौ पुनन्ति ते
सप्ताह यज्ञेन
सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
वेरी गुड ये मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
ये मान Auntie, I'm not getting the tune.
ओके ये मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
ये मानवा पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः ये मानवा पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः
क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते कुमारा ऊचुः ये मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
ये मान कुमाराऊचुः ये मानवाः पापकृतस्तु सर्वदा सदा दुराचाररता विमार्गगाः क्रोधाग्निदग्धाः कुटिलाश्च कामिनः सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते This last quarter, it will be repeated again and again. Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite. Kalau in Kali Yuga, saptaha yajnena tritiya. So that means it denotes by saptaha yajna. By 1 week of Bhagwat Shravan, by this 1 week of yajna, punantite, te, they, punanti, will get purified. Who will get purified? Ye manavaha, those human beings, papakrutastu sarvada, sarvada always, papakrutaha, always committed to Papa only. So though ye manavaha, those human beings who have papa krita, they are sinful, those who are committed to evil acts, sarvada, always. Sada durachara rataha. It means they are, rataha means they are nicely enjoying durachara, bad conduct. And they are rata. Rata means they enjoy being in the bad practices. And vimargagaha, those who are not in the dharmic path, those who have strayed away from the dharmic path. And they are krodhagni dagdhaha. They have burnt, they have consumed themselves in anger. Kutilascha, they are very wicked. Kaminaha, they are very lustful. All these kinds of people, saptaha yadnena kalau punantite. These people in Kali Yuga, they will get easily purified. Saptaha yadnena kalau punantite. Okay, any kids are there? No? Okay, so then adults, can you raise your hands? Venkatesh Bhaji. Anybody else? Sajeev ji. Okay, why today hands are not coming so easily? Okay, let's go for the next verse. Satyena hina pitrumatra-dushakaha.
Satyena hina pitrumatru-dushakaha. Dushakaha.
Satyena hina pitrumatra-dushakaha.
Trishna kulascha-shramadharma-varjitaha.
Krishna kulashchashma dharma varjitaha.
Kulascha-shrama.
Kulashchashrama. Krishna kulashchashrama.
Krishna kulascha-shrama dharma-varjitaha.
Krishna kulashchashrama dharma varjitaha.
Krishna kulascha-shramadharma-varjitaha.
Yedambhika matsarinopi himsakaha.
Yedambhika matsarinopi himsakaha.
Yedambhika matsarinopi himsakaha.
Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite.
Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite.
Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite.
Satyena hina pitrumatra-dushakaha. Trishna kulascha-shramadharma-varjitaha.
Satyena hina pitrumatra-dushakaha. Trishna kulascha shramadharma varjitaha.
Satyena hina pitrumatra-dushakaha. Krishna kulascha-shramadharma-varjitaha.
Yedambhika matsarinopi himsakaha. Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite.
Yedambhika matsarinopi himsakaha. Saptaha yajnena kalau punantite.
ये दाम्भिकामत्सरिणोऽपि हिंसकाः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
सत्येन हीना पितृमातृदूषकाः तृष्णाकुलाश्च श्रमधर्मवर्जिताः ये दाम्भिकामत्सरिणोऽपि हिंसकाः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
सत्येन हीनाः पितृमातृदूषकाः तृष्णाकुलाश्चाश्रमधर्मवर्जिताः ये दाम्भिकामत्सरिणोऽपि हिंसकाः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
So we have again that line, Saptaha Yajnena Kalau Punantite. In 1 week of Saptaha Yajna, if we do, Bhagwat Yajna we do, Kalau in Kali Yuga, they Punanti, get purified. Who? Satyena Hinaha. Those who are devoid of any truth in them, those who don't speak truth, those who don't abide to Satya. Pitru Matra Dushakaha. Those who are not treating their parents well. Pitramatra Dushakaha. Trushna, those who are having this unsatiable thirst of desires. Kulaha cha ashrama dharma varjitaha. Kula dharma varjitaha, ashrama dharma varjita. Those who don't follow their duties. Whatever is the ashram, Grihastha ashram has certain duty. Brahmacharya ashram has certain duty. Vanaprastha has a duty. So certain duties which are bound to the ashram, to the kulas, those who are that dharma varjitaha, they don't follow those duties, what they are supposed to do. Ye dambhika, those who are hypocrites, those who cheat very easily, those who are matsarinaha, those who get jealous, and api, and also himsakaha, those who harm others with words, action, even by thoughts, those who are very aggressive in nature, all such people, saptaha yadnena kalau punampi. Satyena hina pitrumatra dushakaha Trishna kulascha shrama dharma varjitaha ye dambhika matsarinopi himsakaha saptaha yajnena kalau punanti te. Shri Hari ji, Nikhila ji. Panchograpapashchalachhatmakarinah.
Panchograpapashchalachanghaकारिणः.
Chadma.
Panchograpapashchalachhatmakaरिणः.
Panchograpapashchalachhatmakarinah.
Krurah pishacha iva nirdayascha ye.
Krurah pishacha iva nirdayascha ye.
Krurah pishascha iva
Pishacha.
Krurah pishacha iva nirdayascha ye.
Brahmasvapushta vyabhicharakarinaha.
Brahmasvapushta vyabhicharaकारिणः.
Brahmasvapushta vyabhicharakarinaha.
Saptaha yajnena kalau punamti te.
Saptaha yajnena kalau punante.
सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलछद्मकारिणः क्रूराः पिशाचा इव निर्दयाश्च ये छद्म
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलछद्मकारिणः क्रूराः पिशाचा इव निर्दयाश्च ये
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलछद्मकारिणः क्रूराः पिशाचा इव निर्दयाश्च ये
ब्रह्मस्वपुष्टा व्यभिचारकारिणः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
ब्रह्मस्वपुष्टा व्यभिचारकारिणः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
ब्रह्मस्वपुष्टा व्यभिचारकारिणः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलपद्म right?
छद्म
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलछद्मकारिणः क्रूराः पिशाचा इव निर्दयाश्च ये ब्रह्मस्वपुष्टा व्यभिचारकारिणः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
पञ्चोग्रपापाश्छलछद्मकारिणः क्रूराः पिशाचा इव निर्दयाश्च ये ब्रह्मस्वपुष्टा व्यभिचारकारिणः सप्ताहयज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
Again, saptaha yajnena kalau punanti te. Those they get purified in 7 days of Bhagwat Shravan. Who else? Pancha ugra papaha. Those who have committed the 5 ugra papas, the stealing of gold, killing somebody, drinking alcohol, not respecting guru's wife, and those who are very treacherous people. These are 5 ugra papas. Chala is by cheating people, those who are very fraud. And chatmakari is also same thing. They are very sly kind of people. And those who are krura, those who are very cruel. And pishacha eva, like they are like ghost nirdaya. They don't have any compassion. They are like ghosts. And Brahma Swapushta, taking or looting Brahmins and nourishing themselves. And Vyabhichara Karinaha, those who are not practicing Brahmacharya. That means those who are eyeing other people's partners, spouses. They are Vyabhicharis. Such people also, means worst kind of people also, they get purified by listening to Bhagavad in 7 days. Panchogra papas chalachatmakarinaha krura pishacha iva nirdayascha ye brahmasva pushta vyabhichara karinaha saptaha yajnena kalau punamti te. Bina ji, Lata ji. Vacha manasa pipatakam.
Isn't
No,
it
two ways.
Kayena Vacha?
Kayena vacha.
Kayena? That is, yeah, that is why I'm not getting, sorry, yeah. Kayena vacha manasapi patakam.
Kayena Vacha Manasa Pita. Sorry. Kayena Vacha Manasa Pipatakam.
Manasapi patakam.
Kayena Vacha Manasa Pipatakam.
कायेन वाचा मनसा पिपातकम्
Nityam prakurvanti shatha haten ye.
Nityam Prakurvanti Shathahati Hatenaye.
नित्यं प्रकुर्वन्ति शठाहठेन ये
परस्वपुष्टा मलिना दुराशयाः.
Parasvapushta Malina Durashayaha.
परस्वपुष्टा मलिना दुराशयाः
सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते.
Saptaha Yagnena Kalau Punanti Te.
सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
कायेन वाचा मनसापि पातकं नित्यं प्रकुर्वन्ति शठाहटेन ये.
Kayena Vacha Manasapi Patakam. I'm so sorry. Kayena Vacha Manasapi Patakam. Nityam Prakurvanti Shathahate Ye.
कायेन वाचा मनसापि पातकं नित्यं प्रकुर्वन्ति शठाहठेन ये
परस्वपुष्टा मलिना दुराशयाः सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते.
Parasvapushta Malina Durashayaha Saptaha Yagnena Kalau Punanti Te.
परस्वपुष्टा मलिना दुराशयाः सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
Kayena Vacha Manasapi Patakam Nityam Prakurvanti Shathahate Ye. Parasvapushta Malina Durashayaha Saptaha Yagnena Kalau Punanti Te.
कायेन वाचा मनसापि पातकं नित्यं प्रकुर्वन्ति शठाहटेन ये परस्वपुष्टा मलिना दुराशयाः सप्ताह यज्ञेन कलौ पुनन्ति ते
Again, now next. Saptaha yajnena kalau punanti te. They get purified by 1 week saptaha yajna. Who? Kayena, by body. Vacha, by speech. Manasa, by thoughts. Patakam, who use these 3 means and who think evil, who do evil, or who think harm others by their speech. They get purified. Nityam prakurvanti shatha. Shatha, very bad people. Those who are, we can say, literally rascals. And hatena, by violence. So they are daily engaged into such bad activities. Those wicked people. And those who are parasvapushta, they depend or they loot other people's money, wealth, and they make their fortune. And such malina people, such bad people, Durashaya, those who have got all these kind of bad intentions, all these kind of wicked people, they get purified by 1 week of Bhagavad Saptaha. Kayena vacha manasa pipatakam nityam prakurvanti shatha hatena ye parasva pushta malina durashayaha saptaha yajnena kalau punamtite. Anybody wants to chant? Okay, yes, Sharanya, come in. And Venkatesh Bhaji, please come in. Atra te kirtayishyamaha.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha.
Atra te kirtayishyama.
Ishyamaha, Visarga. I've chanted a Visarga.
Okay, Ishyamaha.
Itihasam puratanam.
Itihasam puratanam.
Itihasam puratanam.
Yasya shravana matrena.
Yasya shravana matrena.
Yasya shravana matrena.
Papahanif prajayate.
Papahanif prajayate.
Papahanif prajayate.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam.
Yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate.
Yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate.
Yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam. Yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate.
Very
At-
good.
Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam. Yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate.
Very simple verse. Atra, over here, te kirtayishyamaha. I will tell you what. Itihasam, one history. Puratanam, one old history is there. One old story is there. Yasya, by which shravana matrena, just by listening, papahanihi prajayate. All the sins will get washed off. Atra te kirtayishyamaha itihasam puratanam yasya shravana matrena papahanif prajayate. Now one story is going to come just by listening. So one example to show how Bhagwat, listening to Bhagwat, how everybody gets purified, to tell that one story. Nikhilaji, Lataji. Tungabhadratate purvam.
तुङ्गभद्रातटे पूर्वम्
तुङ्गभद्रातटे पूर्वम्
Abhutpattanamuttamam.
अभूत्पत्तनमुत्तमम्
अभूत्पत्तनमुत्तमम्
Yatra varnasvadharmena.
यत्र वर्णास्वधर्मेण
यत्र वर्णास्वधर्मेण
Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Abhut Pattanamuttamam.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Abhut Pattanamuttamam.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Abhutpattanamuttamam.
Yatra Varna Swadharmena Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Yatra Varna Swadharmena Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Yatra Varna Swadharmena Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Bhut Bhut. Sorry, this word.
Abhut, Abhut.
Abhut Pattanamuttamam. Yatra Varna Swadharmena Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam
Tate.
Sorry. Tungabhadra Tate
Not
Purvam.
Tate, Tate.
Tate.
Tate and not
Tate.
Tate.
Okay, sorry. Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Abhutpattamamuttamam.
Pattanam.
Tungabhadra Tate Purvam Abhutpattanamuttamam. Yatra Varna Swadharmena Satya Satkarma Tatparaha.
So now one story is coming. What? Tungabhadra Tate. So on the banks of the river Tungabhadra, Purvam, one old time, so once upon a time, Abhut, there was Pattanam, one town, Uttamam, good town. One great town was there on the banks of river Tungabhadra. Yatra, where Varanaha Swadharmena, means people of all the Varnas. Means which Varnas we know? We know Shudras. Huh? So all the Varnas, we know Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, so Vaishyas, all these Varnas, they were Swadharma. They were doing their own jobs. They were doing their own assigned duties. And how they were doing it? Satya, Satkarma, Tatparaha. They were very always eager and devoted to truth only and the actions that were abiding in their truth. And they were performing all their acts. Means what? Brahmanas are doing the work of teaching, Brahmadhyana. Vaishyas are doing the work, what? Business. Shudras are doing the work of helping. Kshatriyas are doing the work of protecting. Whoever are meant to do what, they were doing their work. So is there a caste system? No, as per our mental texture, we get the job. So if I am engaged in business today, selling and buying commodities, I am a Vaishya. Though born probably in a Brahmana kutumba. So we have a saying, Janmana Jayate Shudraha. Everybody is born as a Shudra. Then depending upon the work that we choose, the profession that we choose, the mental texture that we have, that decides our caste, is what in our Shastras it is said. So all, whatever you hear, no, the Dalit fighting, this fighting, and what all untouchables and this and that, and then people have this misconceptions that Hinduism means casteism. It's not like that. It's exactly like how in an office culture you have one CEO, you have one owner, you have one manager, you have his workforce, you have also the other workers who are maintaining the office clean. So does that mean the one who sits up in the cabin and one who holds the door down, there is a differentiation? Yes, there is a differentiation in their mental texture. What is that person's capacity? He gets that role. So exactly how our office is held by different capacity, all are important. Everybody is needed. All cannot be sitting in the cabins holding the managerial post. There is a vast workforce outside those cabins who are actually working. So everybody is necessary and everybody gets the job according to their capacity, according to their. So like that, if an office is held, the society is held on a similar position. So we must not be ashamed to say what it is, and we should also know very strongly where we stand. And if we have the false notion that I'm a Brahmin, so I am superior, then please shun it down. If you are not in a Brahman, in abiding in that truth, if you are doing business, you are not entitled to be called as a Brahmin, though you are born in that. So if you have such pride, let us shun it off. If you have that inferior complex, oh, I'm so Shudra, I'm this, please shun that off. Anytime anybody's role changes, so our actions and the purity of mind, we can elevate ourselves anytime in life. So this we should always be clear about our Varna and Ashrama Dharma. Tungabhadra tate purvam abhut pattanamuttamam yatra varna swadharmena satya satkarma tatparaha. Sajeev ji, Shri Hari ji.
Atmadeva pure tasmin.
You can mute yourself. Others. Atmadeva pure tasmin.
Atmadevah pure tasmin.
Atmadevah pure tasmin.
Sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha.
Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Atmadevah pure tasmin sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Atmadevah pure tasmin sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Atmadeva pure tasmin sarva Veda Visharadaha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha. Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha. Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha. Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Atmadevah pure tasmin sarva Veda Visharadaha. Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha.
Smarteshu, not Smarteshu.
Shrauta Smarteshu. Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha. Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
Can you say that again? Shrauta Smarteshu.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha.
Smarte, no, Smarte.
Shrauta Smarteshu Nishnataha. Dvitiya iva Bhaskaraha.
आत्मदेवः पुरे तस्मिन् सर्ववेदविशारदः श्रौतस्मार्तेषु निष्णातः हीय इव भास्करः.
So in that town near Tungabhadra, where this beautiful village was there, Uttanamuttamam, in that Atmadeva. So there was this man called as Atmadeva. He was there in that Puri, in that town, and Sarva Veda Visharadaha. He was very expert of all the Vedas, and Shrauta means Shruti, Smarta means Smriti, and Nishnataha. He was expert in Shruti and Smriti also. And Dvitiya Iva Bhaskaraha. He was Bhaskara's son. And like Bhaskara, Iva means like sun. He was second to the sun, means he was that brilliant and that radiant. Who? This Atmadev name person, and that Tungabhadra village, in that town, he was in that Tungabhadra river, on that village he was there. Who? This Atmadev. Atmadevah pure tasmin sarvaveda visharadaha Shrautasmarteshu nishnataha dvitiyaiva bhaskaraha. Binaji, that's all. Okay, you can. Bhikshiko vittavan loke.
भिक्षुको वित्तवाल्लोके
Tatpriya dhundhuli smrita.
तत्प्रिया धुन्धुली स्मृता
Dhundhuli.
धुन्धुली तत्प्रिया धुन्धुली स्मृता
स्ववाक्यस्थापिका नित्यम्
स्ववाक्यस्थापिका नित्यम्
सुन्दरी सुकुलोद्भवा.
सुन्दरी सुकुलोद्भवा
भिक्षुको वित्तवान् लोके तत्प्रिया धुन्धुली स्मृता.
भिक्षुको वित्तवान् लोके तत्प्रिया धुन्धुली स्मृता
स्ववाक्यस्थापिका नित्यं सुन्दरी सुकुलोद्भवा.
स्ववाक्यस्थापिका नित्यं सुन्दरी सुकुलोद्भवा भिक्षुको वित्तवान् लोके तत्प्रिया धुन्धुली स्मृता स्ववाक्यस्थापिका नित्यं सुन्दरी सुकुलोद्भवा.
So now the story goes further. Bhikshukaha. He was a bhikshuka. That means he was begging for alms and living. But vittaval, he was having money. He was vittavan. Like, we have buddhivan, bhagavan, one who has 6 bhagas. So he was vittavan. He was having money, but loke, in the world, he was bhikshuka. He was begging and making his living. Tat Priya, his wife, Dhundhuli Smrita. Her name was Dhundhuli. So Atmadev, his wife, Dhundhuli. Say how she was? Swavakya Sthapika. She was having her own way. So Swavakya Sthapika. Whatever she says, that has to happen. Like that she was. And she was so nityam. She was always, establishing her own ways and her own words. But she was sundari. She was beautiful and sukulodbhava. She came from a good family. Bhikshuko vittavan loke tatpriya dhundhuli smrita svavakya sthapika nityam sundari sukulodbhava. Venkatesh Bhaji, Lataji. लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा
लोकवार्ता रता क्रूरा
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा
प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका
यशो बहुजल्पिका
प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका
शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु
राचग्रह कृत्येषु
शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु
कृपणा कलहप्रिया
पणा कलह प्रिया
कृपणा कलहप्रिया
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका
शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया
शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया
शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया
लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया.
So now her description, Dhunduli's description is progressing. Lokavarta Rata. She was engaged, Rata, in what? Lokavarta. Listening what's all happening in the world. All the stories happening here and there. Krura. She was cruel. And Prayashaha Bahujalpika. Always she will talk too much. Jalpa is talking. Bahujalpika, too much talking. Shura cha grihakrityeshu. In all the housework, grihakrityashu shura. She was doing all the housework. But Krupada, she was miser. And kalaha priya. She loved kalaha. She loved quarreling. लोकवार्तारता क्रूरा प्रायशो बहुजल्पिका शूरा च गृहकृत्येषु कृपणा कलहप्रिया. निखिलाचे श्रीहरेचे एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा
एवं निवसतो प्रेम्णा
एवं निवसतो प्रेम्णा
दम्पत्यो रममाणयोः
दम्पत्यो रममाणयोः
दम्पत्यो
रममाणयोः
रममाणयोः
अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन्
अर्थाः
महाप्राण
अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन्
अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन्
न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्यो रममाणयोः
एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्यो रममाणयोः
एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्योरममाणयोः
अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
अर्थः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहात्तिकम्
एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्योरममाणयोः अर्थः कामास्
Artha, why tha Mahaprana is not coming?
अर्थः का no अर्थः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहीताहिकम्
एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्योरममाणयोः अर्थाः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहादिकम्
So evam nivasataha. So like this Gunduli was, like this Atmadev was, and like that they were living. How? Ramamana yoho. They were very happy between themselves, and they were living like this together with all love and happiness. Means engaged with them between themselves. But something is there in the second line. Arthaha. So they had all the wealth. Kamaha, they had all those desires to be fulfilled and all. But that na sukhaya gruhadikam. So in spite of the house, gruhadikam they had, all the house and everything they had, wealth, everything, na sukhaya. That didn't culminate in giving them this joy. So between themselves, they lived with the love and all. But they were not happy. एवं निवसतोः प्रेम्णा दम्पत्योरममाणयोः अर्थः कामास्तयोरासन् न सुखाय गृहादिकम्. Should I complete next two? Time is over. Can I complete next two?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, Mashaji.
we'll do 21 by Venkatesh ji and then we'll do 1 by Sajeev ji and then we'll stop. Okay, Venkatesh ji. Paschadharma samarabdhaha
पश्चाद्धर्मा समारब्धाः
tabhyam santan hetave
ताभ्यां संतान हेतवे
go bhuhiranyavasanse
खो भूहिरण्यवासांसि
दीनेभ्यो यच्छतस्तदा
दीनेभ्यो यच्छतस्तदा
पश्चाद्धर्मा समारब्धाः ताभ्यां संतान हेतवे
पश्चाद्धर्मा रब्धाः ताभ्यां संतान हेतवे
गो भूहिरण्यवासांसि दीनेभ्यो यच्छतस्तदा
गो भूहिरण्यवासांसि दीनेभ्यो यच्छतस्तदा
यच्छतस् sada also I'm having over here in my book.
Yes. पश्चाद्धर्मा समारब्धाः
रब्धा महाप्राण
पश्चाद्धर्मा समारब्धाः ताभ्यां संतान हेतवे गो भूहिरण्यवासांसि दीनेभ्यो यच्छतस्तदा
यच्छतस्tada or yachchatas sada, they were always giving. Yachchataha, they were giving. For what? Paschat means thereafter, means their life was going on, but they were not happy to dharma because what? They started doing some dharma. What kind of a dharma? And for what reason? Santana hetave, to beget the child. What they started to do? Go, cows, bhu, land, hiranya, gold, vasam, sea, clothes. So they started giving this to whom? Dinebhyaha, to the poor. Yachataha. They started giving this in for what? In the hope of getting children. Paschadharma samarabdhaha tabhyam santana hetave go bhu hiranya vasamse dinebhyo yachatas sada both are okay. Sachiv ji, dhanardhan dharma margena
धनार्धन धर्ममार्गेण
ताभ्यानीतं तथापि च
ताभ्यान्नीतं तथापि च
न पुत्रो नापि वा पुत्री
न पुत्रो नापि वा पुत्री
ततश्चिन्तातुरो भृशम्
ततश्चिन्तातुरो भृशम्
धनार्धन धर्म मार्गेण ताभ्यानीतं तथापि च
धनार्धन धर्ममार्गेण ताभ्यान्नीतं तथापि च
न पुत्रो नापि वा पुत्री ततश्चिन्तातुरो भृशम्
न पुत्रो नापि वा पुत्री ततश्चिन्तातुरो भृशम् धनार्धन धर्ममार्गेण ताभ्यान्नीतं तथापि च न पुत्रो नापि वा पुत्री ततश्चिन्तातुरो भृशम्.
Now what happens? So when they started all these Gobhu, Hiranya, Vasamsi, Dana, so Dhanardha, their half of their wealth, Dharma Margena, Tabhyam Nitam. So all their wealth in the charity, they started spending, and half of the wealth is spent also. Tathapi, then also, na putraha, not son, napi va putri, neither daughter. Means they did not get neither son nor daughter. Tataha, therefore, thereafter, Chintaturaha Bhrisham, they became worried. Dhanardhan dharma margena tabhyanitan tathapi cha na putro napi va putri tataschintaturo bhrisham. We stop over here. Any doubts, any questions in today's verses?
Varshaji, Shloka 18, it's Bhikshuko Vitta Valoke or Vanloke, because I have a Chandra Bindu on top of Ba.
So while chanting, it is Vittavan Loke. While we break, Vittavan.
Okay.
Vittavan Loke. We chanted Vittavan Loke.
Oh.
Any more questions? All done? Okay, so we'll proceed with this beautiful story. What happens to Dunduli and Atmadev, we will see next week. So when sannyasi, they are going to meet and what he tells, all that we will see. So probably when the story comes, we should try to do little faster. And then when the Jnana part comes, we'll try to do slowly. Okay, let's stop over here. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Om. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरि ओम everyone, see you all next
Hari
week.
Om. Thank you, Varsha ji.
Thank you, Varsha ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha ji.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha ji.
Thank you ji. Hari Om.
Hari thank you.
Hari Om. Thank you ji.
Hari Om, ma.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Varsha ji. Thank you.
Hari Om ji. Thank you.
Next time onwards, I want to recite, ma'am.
Yes, please participate. Don't hesitate. Please
Yeah.
come and participate.
Okay.
Don't hesitate.
Thank you so. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om. Thank you.